Good morning. Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us. My name is Burnell Hall. I am the president and CEO of Invest Newark, the City of Newark's Economic Development Corporation. I am excited to announce a pending closing of one of our Section 8 homeownership conversion properties. The property behind me, 24 Beverly Street, was recently renovated by a Newark-based woman-led contracting company as part of our land bank pilot program that will allow for Section 8 residents to convert from renters to homeowners. There was a lot of partnership and collaboration that went into this program, and you'll hear from a ton of the partners today, but we just want to really give a special thanks to the staff of Invest Newark, Roger Johnson, Tracy Wingo, Vanessa Quijano, Roy Sutherland, and others worked diligently with the family to prepare them for this momentous moment in their financial and personal lives. I also want to give a special thanks to my partner, Deputy Mayor Allison Ladd, and her team at the city's Economic and Housing Development Division, which has worked diligently to provide not only down payment assistance, but also true partnership as we have worked to bring about a program that is really difficult as it relates to coordination. And then thanks has to be given to outstanding leader in the city of Newark, which would be our executive director of the Newark Housing Authority, because without Mr. Victor Cirillo, none of this would be possible, because those vouchers actually sort of generate the financing necessary to put the rest of the puzzle together. But I'd be remiss without giving great thanks to our mayor, Mayor Raz J. Baraka, who has just been a champion of equitable economic growth and led in so many different ways Newark through a tremendous period of resurgence in the face of a 100-year pandemic. This is one of many projects that the mayor, deputy mayor, and others are working to bring about the type of economic growth that all Newarkers can benefit from. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into the program. We have some great guests today, and I want to start with our Deputy Mayor, Allison Ladd, who will be joining us today to talk about the city's work with this program, as well as some of the other great economic recovery programs that the city is working to bring about the advancement of the prosperity of all Newarkers. Deputy Mayor Ladd.
Good morning. It's great to be here in the city of Newark, in Essex County, and our great state of New Jersey. Always a pleasure to be here with all of you and the partners that have helped to make today happen. And yes, I'm Allison Ladd. I serve as the Deputy Mayor for Housing and Economic Development in the city of Newark. As you know, in our city, we are about 78% renters. So that means every day we have to work harder to find creative solutions for home ownership opportunities for families at all income levels in our city. And today's celebration, the work of Invest Newark and all the partners here, is just a true testament to how when great minds come together, we can make something great happen. So really just wanted to briefly say congratulations to the Invest Newark team, also to everyone who's involved, and also wanted to give my appreciation to Senator Ruiz, who's here today, also Councilmember James. So thank you so much for having me. We're looking forward to having the mayor join us as well. So thank you, Burnell.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor. Great programs like this start with outstanding and fearless public advocacy. And we are blessed in the city of Newark to have one of the great leaders in the state Senate representing us And this piece of legislation is one that she championed for years. Without further ado, I'd like to introduce Senator Teresa Ruiz and just thank her for her tireless work to bring about the type of economic opportunity that we're celebrating today. Senator Ruiz.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. I have to tell you that as a policy author, it is amazing to put words on paper, but to see the tangible of construction in real life really fulfills the spirit and the intent of what we do under the Golden Dome. I remember when the bill was first signed and we were at a corner vacant lot, the concept of just giving tools to every local municipality to clean up vacant property, right? Which was the basic core principle. To see what the city has done with this piece of legislation and really flipping the script in a way that benefits all of us here in Newark. Newark has some of the most beautiful housing stock in the entire state. When I look at this, and I see the curbside appeal, it goes far beyond than just home ownership. And let's really understand what we're doing here as far as economics. When my father moved here from Puerto Rico, he had a job that was at the first round probably getting paid 90 some odd cents an hour, and then moved up to $1.15. I can't tell you the relative of the cost of living during that time frame, but he was able to save, and he was able to purchase a home, probably one of the first Puerto Rican families to own a house in the North Ward in the city of Newark. Those opportunities don't exist for our families anymore. When we think about what it is that you have to make an hour, upwards of $26 an hour, the American dream, never mind attempting to climb the ladder, the American dream becomes an entire nightmare. And it is a phenomenal day in the city and in the state for us to act as an example to really understand what equity and economic wealth accessibility means to our families. There will be individuals living here, a home, a house, a family. The curbside appeal has been lifted. The city, the block, it starts to change. The homeowner doesn't solely worry about what's happening within the four walls, but then they're engaged. The sidewalk doesn't look right. The street doesn't look right. My school is not enough for my children. All of that dynamic changes when there is home ownership. And how much better to give that opportunity to someone who has always called the city of Newark their home and where they're raising their family. I know that the individual could not be here with us today because she is working, but I send her power and I send her love. And most importantly, I am grateful for what Invest Newark is doing, for what the nonprofit sector is leading us to do, what the policy has done collectively. Oftentimes governments think in a myopic way and we get caught up in bureaucracy. I will tell you that today we hit it out of the park. This was a partnership on extraordinary levels that took an idea that we thought we were just going to have basic cleanup and really just spun that whole ideology to give a family a set of keys to a place that not solely that they call home, that they call their home. So thank you and congratulations to everyone.
Thank you, Senator Ruiz. Really appreciate your strength on this. As I mentioned, and as has been mentioned by our speakers, we could not be here without great partnership at all levels. And we are fortunate to, in this specific ward of the city, be led by a wonderful, wonderful Councilman John Sharp James, who has been an advocate for the land bank from the very beginning and has worked with us every step of the way to bring this project forward. So at this time, I'd love for Councilman James to come up and give us a few words. Thank you.
Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the South Ward. I can't say enough about this program. Senator Ruiz, all of the parties involved, our leader, Mayor Baraka, Invest Newark, Victor from the Housing Authority. There was no easy solution for this, but being on Section 8, this is the best way out of public assistance. You're going to own your own home. The South Ward has many properties which can be converted through this program. We look forward to it expanding. And again, I just can't say enough. I wish the homeowner was here so we could celebrate her, congratulate her and her family for coming through. But let's keep this going. Let's do 10, 20, 30 properties in the future. God bless you. Welcome to the South Ward. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman James. As Councilman James mentioned, we have been fortunate to have a great partner in Executive Director Victor Cirillo. Without him, this isn't possible. as mentioned, the homeowner is a Section 8 renter that's being converted to a Section 8 homeowner. And the way that was made possible is by the work of Victor and his team in working with HUD to not only convert the voucher from a rental assistance voucher to a mortgage assistance voucher, but they also took the homeowners through a pre-acquisition training that prepared them for this life-changing experience of becoming one to have a home of their own. So without further ado, I'd like to bring up Executive Director Cirillo to say a few words.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. Dwayne Knight, our Section 8 Director, he's coming up also. Just to give you some background about this Section 8 homeownership program, it has been in existence since 1998, so we're talking about 20 plus years. But the problem is, Senator, is that it's such a complicated a program because it requires a partnership of many in the financial world. We need a level of education on home ownership, right? We want to see the family remaining in the home, right? So it requires the voucher, and it requires the commitment from the city, Burnell and his team, Director Ladd, Councilman James, and of course the leadership of the mayor. And I also want to mention one of our commissioners, Norma Gonzalez. I mean, Norma's a champion. She's been pushing this idea, at least on our end, and get in touch with Burnell. We got to get going. And today you see a semblance of that success. This is a good first go around, and we have a lot of vouchers available for this program, and we're looking forward to this partnership maturing. But I think we all deserve credit for seeing this come to fruition, seeing the smiles, the children. Remember last time we were here, the youngest daughter was choosing her room. It's just priceless. And we're looking forward to assuring that this program multiplies. Yesterday we met with Councilman James about Badger Avenue. We have 20 plus units there that we're working on for home ownership, and we're following the lead of our elected officials, the mayor. We want to build equity in the city, right? We want to build equity in the city. We want to take families from Section 8 where they're paying rent and making someone else money and equity and transferring that to them, right? So that, that's how you start building wealth. Right, we need to transfer that wealth to city residents. So that's the way we're viewing it, and that's the way we're going to pursue it. We're talking about a moratorium of housing authority, no longer selling land and utilizing that land for home ownership. Build homes in those lands, right? So we can start developing that, and we can't do it without the Director Ladd. The leadership of the senator, championing the land bank legislation, and of course, Mr. Hall. So we're here. We're here to be partners, and we're here to assure that that cohesiveness continues and this program multiplies more and more as we build equity. At this time, if it's okay with Mr. Hall, I would like to acknowledge Mr. Knight. Dwayne Knight has been working so hard in assuring that the program is working properly and effectively.
Yes, good afternoon, everyone. Again, my name is Dwayne Knight. I'm the director of the Section 8 program at the Newark Housing Authority. I just want to say, thank Mr. Cirillo for his leadership and this great partnership with the City of Newark, the Deputy Director Ladd, and Director Hall. This partnership was critical to the success of this program. Again, as Mr. Cirillo said, this is only the first step. So we look forward to seeing more families and more Section 8 families qualify for this program. I would like to just mention, and they mentioned the Section 8 staff work diligently with these families to help them to qualify. As you could imagine, for these families, this was a change that involved a significant amount of anxiety. And I wanna give those families the credit for the courage they took and the tenacity to stick with the process, even with the weekend calls from the Section 8 staff saying, look, don't give up, just, you're almost there, remember just to take the course, stay the course, we're almost there. So I just want to say thank you thank the staff, and congratulate those families for their courage, and congratulations for being new homeowners. And will you all continue to be examples for our next batch of Section 8 participants? Thank you.
Thank you both. As Mr. Knight mentioned, we wouldn't be here without a high level of partnership, because our goal is not just to build the homes or to have a ribbon cutting, but our goal really is to help these homeowners own these homes free and clear. And for that to happen, we have to not just put together a financing package to get them in the home, but we have to put together wraparound services in order for them to stay in the home. And so, as part of this program, we have a partnership with the Urban League of Essex County to provide HUD certified financial counseling on an ongoing basis to these families after they walk through the door. So with that, I'd like to bring in the president and CEO of the Urban League of Essex County, Ms. Vivian Frazier.
Thank you. This is really an exciting day for the Urban League, and we celebrate with the City of Newark, certainly with Burnell Hall, Invest Newark, with the councilman from the South Ward, with all the elected officials, and certainly Mayor Raz J. Baraka, in terms of fulfilling his vision of a city that's equitable and provides opportunity for everyone. And the Urban League has been around since 1917, really promoting economic opportunity for families. And this project really is the epitome of that. How do we build wealth for individuals, families, and community? A tested approach is through home ownership. But home ownership is getting more difficult for our families to achieve. As you know, the changes in the real estate market today, first-time home buyers, even well-income people, are having difficulty becoming first-time home buyers. So this program is innovative, and it's also catalytic. And so I really want to recognize the City of Newark and also Invest Newark for their vision to make this happen. And I'd like to say that as we look to coming out of COVID and building back, the foundation for that is families. So really, we're here as the Urban League to provide those supportive services for the families once they get into the home, because we know the economic future is not secured for them. And so, generally speaking, if someone loses their job, the next thing that's going to happen is they're going to lose their home. And we're here to make sure that doesn't happen. And also, I'll say with the other partnerships to say is that it's been shown that families that have participated in first-time home buyer training classes are ones that don't lose their homes during a foreclosure crisis. So the importance of the services that we're providing are tested. And I'm here to say, as the Urban League, we're here to be that partner today, but also into the future for the families that are going to be moving into not only this home, but all the homes in Newark and Essex County. So I want to thank you again for being able to participate in this great innovative partnership, and certainly look forward to doing this ribbon cutting for a lot more homeowners. Thank you.
Thank you, Vivian. As Vivian mentioned, this is not a one-off concept. This is a broad plan that we want to implement with the partners mentioned all throughout the city, giving people from a variety of different neighborhoods the opportunity to become homeowners. This isn't possible without strategic financial partners. And so the next two organizations mentioned really stand in the gap for us in creating the type of innovative financing structures to allow for a program like this to happen. First, I want to bring up Ben Cujo of NACA, who has been a steadfast partner from the beginning of the program in helping us pull together the financing as well as the pre-ownership counseling to make this day possible. Ben.
Good afternoon, and thank you, Burnell. It is we're excited to be here. I'm excited to be here. My name is Benjamin Kojo. I'm the Regional Operations Director for NACA for the Northeast. Several years ago, our CEO tasked us with coming up with a program to help transition people from using Section 8 housing choice voucher to homeownership. And this has been in line with what NACA does. NACA has been around since 1988, helping fight for economic justice through affordable homeownership for working people, minorities, low to moderate income people, and communities. So to me, it was personal, coming, a true New Jerseyan from South Jersey, went through Rutgers University, and being able to actually help people because I came from a low to moderate income family, of working class people, and we believe that homeownership is a right, not just a privilege. So helping develop this program to help folks transition was personal to me. We worked on it, and we're happy that we met with Mayor Baraka, who had a vision of helping to turn Newark from renters into homeowners. Having that true public-private partnerships allow policies that are put in place by elected officials to actually come to fruition. So it is truly exciting to be here to actually see it because typically I'm working with Burnell, Victor, and Dwayne. We're working with Roy Sutherland to be here. But this wouldn't happen without our biggest partner, Bank of America, actually providing the funding behind this project. And as mentioned, we have Bank of America has committed $10 billion to the NACA program. We've been in Newark for a while, and again, we've been around for years. We have a no down payment mortgage product, 100% financing, so you don't need a down payment. This is not risk-based pricing, it's character-based, full documentation, underwriting, so we take into account people's circumstances. There is no private mortgage insurance. There's no consideration for your credit score, and is a purchase rehab. So we're hoping that the residents of Newark can take advantage of this program, not just the Section 8 homeownership through public housing assistance, but all the other programs that we have that we're looking to partner with the city to, again, turn renters into homeowners. We hope that we can influence being able to transition the 65% that are renting in this community to homeowners. More often than not, people don't believe that they can do it, but they can do it, and what you need is programs available to be able to help people transition, and we're happy that we're one of those programs in the city of Newark, and we've been here for a long time, so I'm glad to see this again come to fruition and that we're able to make this happen for the people. And NACA will always be here as a true partner to the city of Newark and continue to work with Invest Newark, the housing authority, to make homeownership a reality for all Newark residents. Thank you.
Thank you, Ben. Before we get comments from our mayor, Mayor Razzie Baraka, I wanted to take a few moments to acknowledge another great partner in this program, which is Wells Fargo. I see Thomas Paturas in the audience representing Wells Fargo. We just want to thank you. Wells Fargo gave $75,000 to this program, and also was instrumental in awarding this program a national award from the U.S. Conference of Mayors, which we accepted back in February. So I just want to thank Wells Fargo. Definitely looking forward to expanding your participation in the program along with NACA, because as we mentioned before, this is something that we want to bring to all areas of the city to give all Newarkers the opportunity to realize the dream of home ownership. So with that, I want to bring up the visionary for Newark's equitable economic growth strategy, the Honorable Mayor Razzie Baraka.
Thank you. So I want to first congratulate and thank Burnell Hall and Invest Newark for making this a reality, for pushing this forward all the way across the finish line. This is the second home that we are, in fact, cutting a ribbon for in terms of families being able to move into home ownership. Thank the councilman for being here as well in his efforts. Senator Ruiz, who obviously we wouldn't even be able to get to this point if she didn't help us fight for the land bank in the very beginning, for us to even have the opportunity to do this kind of work. So We want to thank the senator for her help always down in Trenton in the State House with us. Deputy Mayor Ladd, Economic Development, thank you for all the work that you're doing. Obviously, Victor Cirillo and the Housing Authority and partnering with us, making sure we got these vouchers and identifying families that could actually do this and be successful. And NACA, we can't do it without you. Obviously, this couldn't happen without the partnership that we have here. And I know it's a great story to pull people from renting for years, using Section 8 vouchers to put them into a home. This is what the American dream is supposed to be about. In fact, home ownership is the largest reason that there's a huge wealth gap between black and brown and white families in America and in the state, while we have the largest wealth gap in the state because of home ownership. Home ownership is probably at the top of that list that tells us why there's a huge wealth gap. People helped specific people get homes, identified low interest, no interest loans for them, starting from the GI Bill all the way up to the present. So the home ownership gap is huge. This is an opportunity to fill it. So I want to thank Burnell and everybody else who made this happen today. And I know the family is happy, and we want to get them into their home. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. As our one of our homeowners settles in, I want to again thank all of our partners. Special thanks to Vanessa Quijano, who is the Senior Vice President of Business Development, for pulling together today's press conference. But without the diligence and perseverance of people like Ramona Addison to go through a multi-month process of filling out a plethora of paperwork around, her financial status, what it takes to be a homeowner, and the variety of different counseling training programs that were necessary to get to this point, it just wouldn't be possible, right? It really takes someone that is willing to make that type of sacrifice and commitment for their family to think beyond where they currently are in the world. And with that, I really want to bring up Miss Addison now to say a few words about her experience and just to give us some encouragement as we look to expand this program beyond this property. Miss Ramona Addison.
I'm nervous. Okay, so I'm Ramona Addison, and I'm very excited about the program. Me and my children are very blessed. We're grateful. First, we want to thank God. Then to thank NACA, Invest Newark, Mayor Ras Baraka, Newark Housing Authority, and everybody that assisted us with this process. We are so grateful, we're excited, and we're happy. The program is amazing, and it's a great opportunity for a lot of mothers like me who felt like I could not own a home, but now I have the opportunity to do so. I'm just so grateful. I think it's doing a lot for Newark, as well as opening up the abandoned properties or the properties that are not in use. It will help a lot of the areas become better areas too, as well, and while assisting others to gain the home ownership that everyone dream to have. So again, I just want to thank everyone that assisted us.
Thank you, Ramona. Prior to opening it up for question and answers from our guests from the media, we want to do a signing with Miss Addison. So we're going to take the time to have Miss Addison sign off and officiate becoming a homeowner here in the city of Newark. And then we'll open it up for question and answers from the media. So we thank you for your patience. the session for question and answers from the media, if there are any.
Hi, Mayor. Can you talk about how this program fits into your vision for how you want the city to develop equitably and really pushing homeownership in a city that's predominantly made of renters, especially after the pandemic?
Yeah, obviously we've been thinking about this for a long time, and I have to say Burnell has been very creative and imaginative about how we reach those goals. Trying to figure out, like in the beginning when we first had the discussion about it, I wasn't an immediate believer of how is this going to work? Like, what do we need to do? But we definitely wanted it to happen. We have the housing stock. We have a plethora of abandoned property. We have a multitude of folks that are on vouchers right now in the city. And if this can work, not only will it be a blessing for the city of Newark, it could possibly be a national program. We talked to Secretary Fudge about it, and hopefully it becomes a national model where people can use this, how we begin to convert Section 8 vouchers into home ownership, and I think that sells on both sides of the aisle. People wanting folks to have home ownership and using those vouchers not just to be in these buildings that are sometimes not livable, and begin to put them in homes is the right thing to do. So it's exactly what we're trying to do, fighting this inequity that exists in our state, in our city, and making sure that people have wealth. And to give people opportunity to own a home in 15 years is tremendous. I wish I had the opportunity in 15 years. So
Oh, sorry.
another one? Go
I'll have
ahead.
another. Can someone explain the financing? Who paid for the rehab? What is going to be the
We
homeowner's
did the rehab.
responsibility?
Yeah.
And will the Section 8 vouchers, how long will they go toward the home, essentially?
Sure. So as it relates to the rehab, Invest Newark invested some dollars into a local woman-led contract development company, to do the renovations. But it was also made possible by financing from NACA and their partnership with Bank of America, and obviously some funds from Wells Fargo that were mentioned earlier. From there, the homeowner received down payment assistance from the city of Newark, and then there will be the voucher in place over a 20-year period that is going to allow for them to pay roughly a third of the cost of the mortgage on their way to becoming a homeowner within the next 15 years. Okay, with that, we're going to follow our home. I'm sorry? Yes, ma'am. So with that, we're going to take some pictures, and then we're going to do a tour of this beautiful new home.